I've traveled to the planet Earth to understand a concept you call hate. How is it that Iran offered to help the United States defeat al-Qaeda, while simultaneously Israel and Iran both feel isolated and alone in a Sunni Arab Middle East? Are they secretly star-crossed lovers, or have the newspapers turned it into a tragedy? To answer this question, I've opened a portal through time, but not into the past, 1,000 years into the future, so you can see what happens if this conflict is not resolved. Goo blah, say boom dum say golden guy. Lord Uchu says order in the court. Now that the United Nations has given up on your case, the only one who will hear you savage idiots is this judge from Zimbabwe. His first question is, why is this relevant? Iran is an urgent threat because of their nuclear weapons. That's total bullshit. You know, back in the early 90s, Israel was giving America false or exaggerated claims that Iran was about to get a nuclear weapon.
Israel was warning the international community that Iran would be armed with a nuclear bomb by 1999.
You'd be amazed at how far back they were minutes away from destroying humanity. Arg say, maybe we should bang these rocks into a wheel. Arg 2 agree. Iran will have nuclear weapon by 1999 BC. We must prepare. Progressives are raging hypocrites because Iran funded the terrorist group Hamas. Earlier, you criticized that Israel had purposely delayed the peace process so that they could continue to occupy the West Bank. But Israel was making moves to make peace during the Oslo process with Yasser Arafat. But it was Hamas that objected to the process. Yasser Arafat is a raging terrorist, but even he won a Nobel Peace Prize for his contribution on the Oslo agreements. While as Iran's behavior is so bad, the Ayatollah couldn't even hypothetically win Employee of the Month at an Arby's. How can you criticize Iran for funding terror when Israel helped MKO? What is MKO? MKO is a terrorist group funded by Saddam Hussein and aided by Israel and our good old friends in Washington. The group's goal is to overthrow Iran's government. To do this, they use political assassinations, bombings, and indiscriminate targeting of civilians. So they're not that much different from Israel. I can see why they like them. If Israel really gave MKO weapons, you think their flag would be a bayonet? That gun's so shitty, they have to put a knife on top of it. Stand back, Iranian, while I reload, or I'll stab you. Does the United States consider MKO a terrorist organization? The United States used to list MKO as a terrorist group until 2012. But that didn't stop our good old friend George Bush from using them in 2003 to aid him in the Iraq War.
Donald Rumsfeld let the MKO keep their weapons and ordered them to man checkpoints in southern Iraq alongside U.S. troops. When Powell argued that the United States could not cozy up to a terrorist organization in the midst of America's own war on terror, Rumsfeld replied that he did not have enough troops to disarm the MKO.
I love this quote. Powell's like, "You can't be allied with terrorists. It's a war on terror." So the United States had nearly 200,000 troops in Iraq that had just defeated Saddam Hussein's main army. But yet, when it came to Saddam's side project of a couple of stateless refugee criminals, the United States just didn't have enough manpower. They could have been defeated by the soccer team fan club Manchester United. Manchester United is not afraid of a fight. What about Saddam Hussein? Are you scared of him? Yeah, he's intimidating. Or what about Saddam's side project, MKO? You know, Donald Rumsfeld said he doesn't have enough troops to fight them. Oh, has Donald Rumsfeld got to use the ladies' room? MKO is such sissy bitch. My little niece could fight them. Manchester United. I might be a little girl, but Donald Rumsfeld is a sissy bitch. You stupid fuckface. First your argument was that MKO was this scary terrorist group. Now you're saying they're not intimidating enough. First, your argument was that the Iraq War was so horrible, how could the troops go? Now you're saying, how could American troops not do enough? There's all these groups they didn't disarm. I'm arguing that the United States should have accepted Iran's terrorist swap deal.
They wanted members of the Iranian terrorist organization based in Iraq, MKO, handed over to them in return for the al-Qaeda operatives the Iranians held.
Iran offered to give the United States their al-Qaeda hostages and their intelligence on the group from their connections in Afghanistan, if in return the United States would help them stop MKO. Did Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld agree to the deal? No. Okay, so the United States turned down a deal to get help dealing with the terrorists that we didn't have enough troops to stop. This really kills the myth that listening to AIPAC, Israel's lobby, helps save American lives. Sir, I've just received word. Al-Qaeda knocked down the Twin Towers in New York. Were any MKO fighters harmed? No, sir, just American civilians. Oh, thank God. You scared me.
The tension is growing. What will the judge decide?
Lord Uchubuchu thinks that there is evidence of bad behavior on both sides. He confirms that America and Israel helped MKO, while Iran helped Hamas. Is this correct? Iran's actions go well beyond just funding Hamas. They coached them to do terrorism during critical peace negotiating timeframes, so this way it would sway Israeli public opinion towards right-wing politicians that were less likely to engage in the Oslo peace process. You know that Iranians are Persian? So it's no coincidence that the game Prince of Persia allows you to stop time. Let's shake hands to secure peace in the Middle East. Not if I slow time with the new Prince of Persia for PlayStation combo. Israel also funded Hamas, as we learned in an earlier episode, so maybe peace is possible because they have so much in common. I like to fund Hamas. Oh my God, I love to fund Hamas also. We're like soulmates. Thank you for dining at our restaurant. Here is your check for the evening. Have a good night. Can you cover it? I thought you were gonna pay. Oh, well, would you pay if I were in Hamas? I hate you, you cheap Jew. I am going to go and resist Israel. Oh, is that like Hamas? Oh, okay. In that case, I'll pay.
And let's all gather around and listen up. The Zimbabwe judge is about to make his final verdict.
Some dum digga doom doom sa blah blah goo goo blah. After careful consideration, I have decided that Palestine belongs to Manchester United. Manchester United claims Palestine. What are you gonna do about it, Rumsfeld? You sissy bitch. He's okay with stealing land. This is similar to the UN after all. I lost it. Oh shit, now I went back in time. Og will invent fire for warmth. Do not bother. Iran is about to get nuclear weapon. We're about to die.